Guten Morgen, everybody, and welcome to my presentation. Today I will present to you Ivanhoe. Yeah, so basically it's a what if Ivanhoe and Dark Souls had a baby. That's my vision for this project. And I basically went for an inspiration of Ivanhoe as a character and Rebecca as the divine healer. And I wanted to represent one scenario of the game. So yeah, this is basically a what if Ivanhoe and Dark Souls had a baby, and the main character you're playing as is the Curse Breaker. So basically the story is the land, it's kind of like the same setting of Ivanhoe, but more dark and more fantastical. So there has been a curse by a great witch that removed chivalry out of the soldiers, out of the warriors, out of the nations, and they became corrupted, so their souls no longer are honest. And we have the curse breaker. So the nations are fighting for the throne, and the throne is the one who rules all the nations. Kind of like Game of Thrones a little bit. So Curse Breaker is on the track to break the curse after he gets the throne, and he keeps his faith intact, but it's difficult because the curse is an AoE effect, basically along the whole nations. And if you don't have a strong mind and will for truth, you will be swindled down with all the hollows. So yeah, his personality is basically tough. He's ruthless in a bit, but still fighting for honor. And next we have the Whispering Enchantress. She is based on Rebecca. So as you can tell a little bit with the inspiration, she does miracles, healing, and she is the support character. You can play as either Curse Breaker or Whispering Enchantress, and that would be actually cool to switch between gameplays. And the gameplay is kind of like Dark Souls mixed with Witcher. The Witcher part is more the combos. So this is a shot of the game. I mean, a concept art of one of the places in the game. So basically, the style of this, the art is gonna be a mix of Ivanhoe. So the colors, the brightness, a little bit with a mixture of Dark Souls. So it's a love child of Ivanhoe and Dark Souls, not just in story but in art style too. Yeah, and that's about it for the designs. Now I'll show the process. So for Curse Breaker, I basically started with a ZBrush. I showed most of my process already with this, but not the last result. And yeah, basically did some photo bashing. I do a little bit of like 2D and photo bashing. So that's the process for Ivanhoe. He's good at first. Yeah, so the pose was not too defined, although I kind of wanted him like a come at me pose. Maybe if I added a Bible there would have helped in his hand. But, so I decided to change the pose to a more warrior-esque pose. So holding a knife didn't work as a 3D, so I did my hand, and my hand needed a little bit of work. So now you can see a little bit more. It works with the style. but the sword and the angle of the hand was not the best. So yeah, now here I changed a little bit. Then I decided to go with the spear as Bjorn recommended, and I really liked that. So made him hold a little bit, and then did some helmet photo bashing here, and then that's what I came up. I think he looks really cool. Yeah. Anyways, this guy is the curse breaker. He has a little bit of like marks of his battle. And for the castle, here's the castle. Basically started with 3D, did the slope, wanted like an incline for it. Yeah, added a little bit of grass, just checking it out. I wanted a night scene because night scenes are underrepresented, I think, in concept art. So it's not that easy to do a night scene because it's the lighting is just either too light or too dark. I wanted like the moonlight to be like very strong in this one, so it kind of did half and half. So more blurry one, something like this, and that's the final result. And for Rebecca, this is basically, I started with a pose that I did in live art session from the uni, and I really liked this pose, and I thought this would be a great pose for Rebecca. No, not Rebecca, Enchanting Mistress, Whisperer, what? Yes. So did the values. I started here with 2D just to make my process a little bit more diverse, and I'm still working out which style am I gonna be continuing with. So yes, she is based on Rebecca. A little bit of photo bashing too. This is a thumbnail. I wanted to see if I wanted her to look up with the bandages, more Dark Soul-esque. Here is more like an Ivanhoe more. But I decided to go with bandages. Gives her more interesting feel. So this looked a little bit too much like a bra, but I think it works with a complete outfit. It's basically a reference to Rebecca. So people like when they're playing the game, it's like this pattern. If they recognize it, of course. So basically more. Yeah, there's a lot of things here testing out. Yeah, yep, and that's about it. And thank you for watching.